So hello, everyone. It is a true pleasure to be here with you today. My name is Dragos Arnautu. I am an architect, and I have been working at the Passive House Institute in Germany for the past 12 years. I am a strong supporter of the international Passive House family, from which some of you already are members of, such as EnEfekt, the organizer, Svetlin Dobreski and his companies, and so on. And it was awesome to see their presentation, even though I could not understand a lot, but the pictures have spoken for themselves. My role today is to present you with beautiful buildings, with beautiful passive house buildings. So there has been a saying that passive houses are too technical, so truly energy efficient buildings cannot be beautiful as well, because the function has the priority and not the form. In true honesty, I would like to show you these examples today to show you, to tell you that this prerequisite is false, and passive house buildings are beautiful buildings, are normal buildings, just built better using the know-how of today. For this reason, the Passive House Institute has organized the International Passive House Award, which was at its second edition in 2021. And this international award shows that in addition to being a leading sustainable building standard, the Passive House standard is being implemented with a high architectural quality in many different ways. Extremely energy efficient construction and retrofitting is indispensable with regards to effective action against climate change. A total of 87 certified Passive House and EnEfekt buildings from all around the world were submitted for the Passive House Award in 2021. An international jury has selected 20 finalists after a hard debate from 11 countries with a focus on cost effectiveness, innovation, and renewable energy supply. Of course, these are conditions that come in addition to their good architectural quality. So I was honored enough to be part of the jury. And among the other jury members, we can see Professor Dr. Ana Sanchez from the University of Architecture in Navarra, Burkhard Schulze-Darup, who is a very well-known architect and Passive House ambassador, I would call, from Germany, Deborah Moelis from Handel Architects in New York. They are doing Passive House standard skyscrapers there, so she is very much involved with very cool projects. Mr. Tom Wright from YKK Architects. You might know the Burj Dubai building, the building that has a helipad on top, and it is one of the world's best hotels. Well, Mr. Wright was the architect behind that beautiful thing, and he has now some very exciting Passive House projects going on, not the Burj Dubai, but something more along the lines of high-rise buildings in Vancouver. Then Professor Dr. Yehao Song from SUP Atelier, and also a lecturer in the Chinese University for Architecture, School for Architecture, and my colleague Corina Geiger from the Passive House Institute, who is an engineer. So we were the jury. And I will start right through the projects and try to show you some of the highlights of the winners and the respective categories. In the category retrofit, we have the winner as a refurbishment of the administrative office tower in Austria. The Austrian Social Insurance's umbrella organization had their administrative building built in 1976, and it was retrofitted by the team Chez et Morel et Associés and Christian Anton Fichler. The refurbishment was done to the EnEfekt Plus standard, so it's also generating energy, and was completed in 2019. Simple cuboid structures interlock with each other and take up the building lines of the surrounding area. The renovated existing building is a reinforced concrete construction. The building shell was replaced from the ground floor to the third floor by thermally optimized curtain wall. The floors above were given a double facade element with ventilated baffle plate. The bright facade reflects the light in such a way that the school right across the street, so the school adjacent to the new building, has the own lighting situation greatly improved. So it is reflecting light and sharing the light with other buildings. An essential architectural feature is the photovoltaic system, which is designed as a fifth facade. If you are interested in finding out more about these projects, feel free to note down, I hope you can see my mouse, these ID numbers, ID 5918. So this is the individual ID of this project. And at the end, I will show you a website where you can find all of the details about this project, technical details. In 20 minutes, it is very hard to actually share this information with you. So I'm counting that you are interested. If you are interested, you can follow up and find out more about these buildings by using these codes. Okay, so this was the retrofit award. Now we are moving on to the category multi-unit residential buildings. So a block of apartments. The winner is the Baugemeinschaft Stadt Natur. This is the name of the community that and the building that was built. And it was designed by Architekturwerkstatt Valentin, one of my favorite architects in Germany. All I have to say is that Architekturwerkstatt Valentin are true artisans at finding the synergies between sustainable ecological construction strategies and the efficiency and comfort of the Passive House Plus standard, all while using budget-conscious solutions. So not premium, just thinking about cost as well. The Baugemeinschaft Stadt Natur multi-unit residential building is yet another testament of their craft. The 35 apartments and spacious common areas are built with an optimal south-facing orientation, while the architecture of the building is designed to foster and encourage social unity in a community that values personal contact. So they have a lot of common areas where they can meet and talk. The apartments are largely barrier-free and accommodate all the different stages of life. So the Germans like to have these generation houses where old people are living with with young families, with teenagers, and trying to combine them like in a village, like we used to have in Romania and also in Bulgaria. I'm coming from Romania. I believe the modus operandi of Architekturwerkstatt Valentin is best described by Jean Cocteau's Il faut faire aujourd'hui ce que le monde fera demain. In English translation, you must do today what everyone else will do tomorrow. And their present contribution towards a more sustainable future should be recognized and celebrated. I really love this building. I would move there today. The next category is non-residential buildings, new build non-residential. And the winner is the Passive House Technical and Experience Center in China. The architects behind this very beautiful building are, I like to call them star architects, because they are passive house star architects, namely Gero Valentin, which you saw the project of which in the slide before, Ludwig Rongen from Roa Architekten, and Michael Tribus. So these are the three minds behind this very nice project. With the Sino-German Eco Park in Qingdao, the architectural partnership Rongen, Valentin, and Tribus, as I said, has made an outstanding contribution to the development of passive house technology in China. The Passive House flagship project building also serves as the Passive House Experience Center, which is even more amazing. It is of solid construction and reinforced concrete. The facade are mostly wood post and beam systems, and on the north side, the building also features window strips with, of course, passive house standard windows. Due to earthquake protection requirements, the entire building was constructed from a system of strong columns and beams with thin floor slabs. The balconies are supported on brackets that connect to the outer ring of the columns. The combination of spectacular architecture and optimized energy efficiency has a high impact and shows how exciting sustainable buildings can actually be. I really like this organic shape that is actually embracing the energies of the land and using them for lighting and internal heat load. The next category are passive house and renewables. So we have given a prize for how well passive house and renewables have been integrated in a project. And the winner is Brains International School from Spain, from De La Puerta and Campos Arquitectos. This project, not only being very energy efficient, also is a power generator, so to say. It generates a lot of energy. The Brains International School is a small and elegant project with clear expression, blending well with the garden and trees. Part of the walls can reflect the surroundings like a mirror, which adds complexity to the small volume through its simplicity. It raises a conversation between the interior and the exterior with transparency, creating a nice space for education, not forgetting that this is actually a school, and it is a very, very well integrated project. The next category, and a very high debated one, is the single family home category, where the winner is the Lark Rise single family home from the United Kingdom. The designers were Justin Beer from BRE Architects and Ifrah Arif from the same company. So the Lark Rise adopted a myriad of techniques to produce a passive house home that is elegantly constructed and overcomes suboptimal orientation. So it didn't manage to be orientated perfectly, but it compensates through design. The architect's decision to cleverly nestle the structure partially underground and then happily surprise the user with large expanses of glazing and protective outdoor spaces sets this project apart from all of the other competitors. And it had quite good and beautiful other competitors. It is a true gem, so to say. The next category is educational buildings. And the winner is Skapa Skolan School from Sweden. And it was designed by the architectural office Street Monkey Architects, with a very funny name, but they seem to be quite creative. This project deserves the Educational Buildings Award because the criteria used for the design are very appropriate also to the Passive House standard. So education in a comfortable environment is the key. And it is a well-integrated building into a high-quality architectural design. And it is, for this reason, providing comfortable, bright, flexible, participatory spaces that promote student learning. It also stands out for the adequate integration of renewable energy sources and the use of sustainable materials such as wood, as we can see here, and assimilation into the surrounding environment. So it's kind of simulating the hilly surroundings and the top of the trees that are marking the building on the right-hand side. So this was the educational buildings winner. And now we are moving on to special awards. So there are a series of special awards either given by the Passive House Institute or our sponsors, which you can see below. And each, some of them had the possibility to choose their, so to say, favorite project and say also why. In this case, Dr. Wolfgang Feist, the founder of the Passive House Institute, had a special award for sustainable retrofit for a project that is very beautiful, the Café Semos in France, designed by Richter Architects and Associates. Café Semos is, as you can see, a retrofit. So there are so many groundbreaking elements here. The project actually shows it is possible, after all, to renovate a building and make it beautiful. This was on the left-hand side. You can see the existing situation before retrofit. This groundbreaking renovation project shows that it can be done, and not just in technical terms, but also economically and socially. It it is examples like this that demonstrate the practicality of sustainable future development. I am extremely pleased that the jury has selected this building for the special award, Sustainable Retrofit. The next special award was given by the Energieagentur North Rhine-Westphalia, is the energy agency of the land of the county North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. They were the hosts of the Passive House conference in Wuppertal 2021, and they also had the possibility to choose a winner from their region for a special award. And the winner is this beautiful retrofit of an existing typological home, which is a monument, so it is protected. And it was retrofitted through the work of architectural office Igor Wispler from Paderborn. So this retrofit project met the Passive House Plus standard intended for new builds. So it was it not only achieved the EnEfekt standard, but it also it is better than a normal house, a new house. It is an excellent example of sustainability. It achieved a high level of air tightness, 0.55 air changes per hour at over and under pressure of 50 pascals. And is doing that while preserving the historic fabric of the building. The building's character has been maintained and the Passive House standard has been achieved despite the soft handling during refurbishment. The Passive House standard has been simply implemented in this project with reduced use of technology. It is an exemplary retrofit as it is a building typology commonly found in Germany. And the report into the cost efficiency of this project is available. If you are going to access the page I will show you at the end while using this ID code 6535. The next special award is the SIGA Award for airtightness. It was given to this very beautiful 50-unit multi-residential passive house. It is designed to be for affordable housing, so social housing for people who do not have much income in Canada. So this structural wood frame multifamily building located in a cold climate offers affordable housing to the communities, and it is therefore another example of passive house for all, for everybody. Additionally, the building achieved an excellent air tightness test of 0.21 changes per hour. The north-south orientation provides each tenant access to direct sunlight and attains an optimum use of the site with quality outdoor spaces that we are going to see now. Each facade is designed to respond to the specific solar orientation of the site while maintaining a cohesive character that is complementary yet distinct from non-passive house multifamily housing in the community. The building, so the unicorn in the neighborhood, I would like to call it, because it is a passive house and it looks great in a sea of other buildings that are not energy efficient. The building plan is cranked 9 degrees, symmetrical through the center, which creates several design advantages that enhance the building's form, character, and surrounding site features. And as you can see, it is a little bit bent in the middle, just to make use of the land and the available solar radiation. If you want to find out more, the ID is 5724. The next project awarded was the Swiss Spacer Award for living comfort for a comfortable home, which is a renovation project in the United Kingdom called Zetland Passive House. The renovation was designed by Kit Knowles and Chris Rogers, it is architecturally appealing, versatile, and above all, surprising. It has a beautiful glazing, and you see the facade was maintained, and they have used internal insulation. As I said, it is a great example of renovation according to the Passive House Plus standard, which creates added value to the building, and especially because ecological aspects were also taken into account in this holistic approach. In the category multi-unit residential building, we have a special recognition. So not an award, but a special recognition for the Minimum Studierendenwohnheim in Austria. And this project has received the special recognition due to its architectural design. This incorporates all of the passive house criteria. And in addition, it stands out in the efficiency of the facilities, the integration of renewable energy sources, the use of wood and healthy materials, which is quite important, the spatial design of the interior patio, and the incorporation of nature into the interior environment. You see this interior patio is very, very beautiful. Another special recognition, and the place where I would live right now, I would move, is the solo single-family home in Canada, designed by Perkins and Will Architects. I love the simplicity. So the Solo Valley home is an off-grid prototype and was designed and constructed to demonstrate an innovative approach to future building in terms of regenerating. And it just generates its own energy and in minimizing the carbon footprint. And it is based in Whistler, British Columbia, in a very cold place, as you can see. And it was built primarily using mass timber and certified to the International Passive House standard. So, yeah, as I said, simple and beautiful. And I think the last special recognition is the non-residential building category, given to the M price supermarket. Yes, we can also have passive house supermarkets. And the one I'm showing you now is from Vier, Austria. So the story of the M price supermarkets built to the passive house standards started actually in 2012. And now they have 12 outstanding buildings that demonstrate the feasibility of this approach in the retail sector. The architecture is integrative, non-invasive, and shares a common language with the landscape, as we can see here. The regional and cultural substance of the land is also taken into account. The building is exclusively heated by the waste heat from the refrigerating units, which is cool. And during summer, the reduced cooling demand can be satisfied by natural nighttime ventilation. So I would say that the architects from LAC Architecture made a true power statement showing that they can spearhead the development of more energy-friendly retail spaces. And this is actually the last special recognition, and it definitely has worth it, because it is a fabric, an innovation center, so a manufacturing center in Sri Lanka, hot and humid climate, which has been renovated. So it was an existing building renovated to the passive house standard. It is practically showing that you can improve the quality life for factory workers and lower the energy consumption for a factory building, while using passive house standard as a tool in one of the most critical climate zones ever. So the ID is 6030. Feel free to look at it in the passivehouseprojekte.de. This is the website where you are going to find extensive information of all of the beautiful projects that I have showed you. And in the end, in the last 2 minutes, I want to ask you, what is actually the key to success? We have seen these beautiful projects. How was this possible? Well, first of all, we need trained professionals. And I believe the Passive House School from Svetlin Dobrevsky is a very good, and EnEfekt is a very good platform where you can get to become a designer, a tradesperson, or a Passive House certifier. So there are more than 8,000 designers and consultants around the world, tradespersons around 7,000, and certifiers more than 100. Please join the family and become a trained professional. What else do we need? Well, we need good, reliable components, windows, ventilation systems, building systems, everything you can imagine should be constructed with high quality. The Passive House has certified more than 1,250 components and verified them for energy efficiency. Feel free to check them out in our component database. And we can also help you, if you are a manufacturer of components, to improve your system and to certify it. What else do we need in order to be successful? Well, we need reliable design tools. And for this, we have the PHPP, the Passive House Planning Package, which is a helpful tool to be used during the design and build process. It shows you exactly how much energy your building will use in reality. Next to it, we have Design PH as a smaller tool, but very good. And if you want to find out more, please send me an email. More information you can find on designph.org. And this is the key to success. We need qualified professionals, we need reliable design tools, we need good components, and this will make for passive house buildings. In the end, another website that I would like to draw your attention to is the Outfit. It is a European funded project in which the Passive House Institute has the lead, and it tackles refurbishments, a very actual theme today. How do we deeply renovate our existing building stocks? Have a look at this website. And with this, I would like to thank you very much for attending this event, listening to me. And I would like to answer any questions that might arise.
Thank you very, very much for this wonderful presentation.